Hi, everyone. My name is Wendy Myers of MyersDetox.com. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Facebook Live. Today, we're going to be talking about the number one mistakes that people attempting to do a detox are making and what you can do instead, how you detox the correct way and avoid making these really, really common mistakes. And I'm so excited about this because I love talking about detox, and there are so many people doing it wrong. They're just missing just very key, very simple elements that can make all the difference in how effective their detox is and how they feel doing a detox. Many people try a detox and just feel terrible because they aren't taking binders. A lot of people don't detox very well because they need to mineralize their body, and other people are maybe doing those two things, but they aren't taking substances to chelate and grab onto metals and pull them out of the stored sites in the body, like in the fat, the brain, the nervous system, the bones, and other tissues of the body. And these toxins are so deeply embedded into our body, we have to take substances that pull them out of our tissues. So today let's just, do a summary of everything you're going to learn today on the Facebook Live. And remember that I'm going to be answering all of your questions. If you have any questions whatsoever, please leave a comment on in the Facebook Live. So I'm going to be talking about the number one detox mistakes that people are making when trying to do a detox, why you need a binder when you're doing any type of detox protocol, program, or supplement, what happens if you don't use a binder when you're detoxing, and how minerals help to detox the body, and the importance of fulvic and humic acids in mineralizing and detoxing the body. We're going to be talking a little about cilantro as a super powered detox herb, and how to mineralize, mobilize, and bind toxins and heavy metals trapped in the body. And my favorite all-in-one detox supplement that helps to cover all these issues and avoid these common detox mistakes. So without further ado, let's go into the detox mistakes that most people make. So number one, you have to take a binder. It's absolutely essential. You have to take substances that absorb onto metals and chemicals that are free floating in your body, in your blood, in your gut right now. But also, if you take any detox supplements that pull toxins out of your tissues, or you're doing things like infrared saunas, which will mobilize toxins out of tissue stored sites, zeolites, or anything else that you're doing that pulls toxins out of your cells or tissues, you have to take something also that will mop up all that toxic mess to facilitate the exit of these toxins out of the body. Because the toxins exit our body in a couple of different ways. We either have to have a binder, or we have certain substances like glutathione, vitamin C, lipoic acid that also help to take out the trash, so to speak, help the liver take out the trash. And so our livers today are very, very overloaded. So binders help in a huge way to maximize detox protocols effectiveness by soaking up all these hundreds of chemicals and dozens of heavy metals and toxic metals that we have in our system, and when we do a detox program or protocol. So binders super important. And so what happens if you don't use a binder when you're detoxing? Well, what happens is you'll get toxins pulled out of tissues. Toxins may be pulled out of your fat cells where your body stores a lot of your toxins. You'll get metals pulled out of bones or what have you. And if you don't have a binder in place, those metals can be floating around your bloodstream and can redeposit somewhere else where you really don't want them. So redeposited into your brain or into other vital organs and affects their functioning. So it's not only a mistake to be doing a detox without a binder, it also can be really harmful for your health. So that's why you really don't want to be doing detoxing or attempting detoxing until you understand the three fundamental things that have to be in place to avoid this mistake that unfortunately a lot of people do make. So you have to have a binder when you're detoxing. Number two, you want to take mobilizers. Once that binder's in place, you want to take a mobilizer. So a natural, or it can be a synthetic substance also, that goes into your cells, goes into your tissues, and pulls metals out of your tissues. So chelators that work great. Cilantro is an amazing chelator. Superlipoic acid, lots of amazing chelators out there that are totally natural. And then there's the synthetic ones like EDTA, DMSA, DMPS. Those are going to be really, really hard on the system. They can work too well, they can work too fast and make people ill because they're just, extracting too many toxins, getting into their bloodstream. Then their body has to deal with all of that. And some people just aren't ready for that. They aren't equipped for that much toxin getting mobilized into their body. So what I prefer is to do something natural like a cilantro. And cilantro is really, really effective, shown in just hundreds of research studies to be an effective mobilizer and chelator of toxins. And so the next detox mistake that people make is they're not mineralizing their body. This is the number one mistake because it's the most basic thing that people have to do. Minerals help to push metals out of the body. They help to displace metals, where metals and minerals can do some of the same jobs in the body. And if you don't have the mineral that's required to do a job, the body will use mercury, or it'll use cadmium, or it'll use another metal to do a certain job. And we don't want that. We want minerals to be running our body. And if you're mineral deficient, the body will retain metals where it might have excreted them or attempted to, the body would attempt to get rid of that metal and detox it. The body will retain metals because it's got to find some material to do certain jobs in the body. For instance, if you don't have zinc, your body will use cadmium to repair your skin, your arteries, and other soft tissues, which we don't want, which causes hardening of the arteries. We have to mineralize our body also because minerals make our body work. You have to have minerals for all the thousands and millions of processes that happen in our body. All the enzymatic processes that happen require minerals. And the problem today is our food supply, our soil is deficient in minerals. Stress also further depletes minerals. And so many people are mineral depleted today. That's a big reason why they don't feel good. So just mineralizing your body can, number one, help you to feel better, improve your health. Mineralizing your body reduces anxiety, it reduces stress, it helps you to sleep better. And those two things also help to facilitate detoxification. So minerals help in a number of different ways to help detox, but we need them for our health also. So let's go into number one, how minerals help to detox the body exactly. So I just explained that, but let's talk about fulvic humic acid. Fulvic humic acid is an amazing substance that's occurring, in naturally occurring deposits. It's really the result of plant matter being broken down over millions of years, and you get these naturally occurring deposits in the earth in certain areas around the United States where we have this super mineral rich fulvic humic acid that has so many amazing mineralizing and detox benefits. And I love fulvic and humic acid for a number of reasons. Minerals in the fulvic acid help to displace toxic metals from the body. Fulvic acid is a natural chelator that removes toxins and metals from the body. It also lowers free radical damage. Fulvic and humic acid reduce inflammation and pain. They're amazing at reducing pain. They provide better digestion and nutrient absorption because fulvic and humic is full of probiotics and prebiotics that feed good gut bacteria. They also improve immune function because wherever you're improving your gut function, improving your gut microbiome, you're going to have better immune system functioning. It's interesting though, the fulvic acid also contains silica in them as well, naturally occurring silica that will boost collagen synthesis. This will help to boost hair, skin, and nails, also make them look more beautiful. You also get better nutrient absorption because there's a way that fulvic acid acts to help transport. It's an ion transporter. It helps transport nutrients in your gut into your body. It also restores optimal pH levels as well. It protects against cognitive health. It improves energy levels, reduces cravings. Whenever you mineralize your body, you reduce cravings. When you're meeting your body's nutritional requirements, that hunger signal won't be as strong, because if you aren't getting a nutrient that you need, your body's going to call out for food. So if you're taking care of it nutritionally, giving it fulvic and humic acid for mineralizing, you'll have less cravings. It also improves electrolytes in your body and hydration. You hold on to water better when you have the proper amounts of electrolytes and minerals in your body. That means less urination, less of the water just running right through you. You have to have proper amounts of minerals and electrolytes to retain water that you're drinking, even if it's perfectly filtered water. Fulvic and humic also repair and protect the skin as well. But I love fulvic and humic acids because they contain a plethora of nutrients that improve your gut health. They include trace minerals, they have electrolytes, they have fatty acids in them, they have silica, which boosts collagen synthesis, and they have prebiotics and probiotics. And the fulvic acid helps to also detox the body in different ways. So its structure is made up of aromatic organic polymers with a lot of different hydrogen ions. It releases hydrogen ions, resulting in an electric charge that helps to attract free radicals, heavy metals, and other toxins within your body. And so it acts like a detoxification agent in that regard. And once it becomes reactive with metals, the fulvic acid helps them become more soluble in water, which means they're carried out of the body more easily. So fulvic and humic acid are something I've been taking for years. I haven't really found a good source of it that I really, really love that I'm able to bring to you guys, which is why I created my brand new upgraded formula of CitraCleanse. This is one of the best detox formulas on the market that I'm so proud of. This is the first time I'm speaking about it. This is the upgraded formula that has grapefruit pectin in it for detoxification and binding. It has cilantro in it to help mobilize and chelate metals out of your body, to pull them out of deep tissue storage sites. And it has fulvic humic acid in it as well to mineralize your body and to help to mobilize toxins as well. So I'm super, super excited about this because it really just is an all-in-one detox supplement. It helps to mitigate and take care of all those detox mistakes that people make if they're not doing a binder, if they're not doing a mobilizer, if they're not doing minerals. You're missing the point. You're not going to be hitting on all those important facets of detoxification. So I want to talk a little bit about cilantro as a superpower herb, a superpower detox herb. So cilantro is amazing because it helps detox lead and mercury. It detoxes arsenic and aluminum. It detoxes cadmium and copper. It detoxes barium, nickel, and manganese. It helps it's an antioxidant that protects against oxidative stress. It actually has a sedative effect that helps to lower anxiety and improve sleep. It supports healthy liver function and increased bile production. And it prevents neurological inflammation. It dissolves cholesterol buildup in arteries. It lowers triglycerides, it lowers blood pressure, it increases digestive enzymes, and it also is a natural antihistamine as well for people who have histamine issues. And it has antibacterial compounds in it that also kill infections. So many different benefits to cilantro in addition to detoxing heavy metals, which is why I love it so much. I mean, I crave cilantro so much and try to get it into my diet as much as possible. I also use, I love coriander seeds. I love putting those in my smoothies as well. And there's a lot of different ways I incorporate coriander and cilantro into my diet. But in the CitraCleanse powder, this is such an easy way to get cilantro into your diet to enjoy all these benefits, including detoxification as well. So I wanted to give you guys a link to, if you want to learn more about my upgraded formula of CitraCleanse, I wanted to give you guys a link here to learn more about it. Let me just find it for you guys. Just take me 1 second. But I'm so excited about it. We've been working on this formula for months, trying to source the best ingredients of cilantro, trying to find the best sources of cilantro and fulvic acid, trying to find a really good quality pectin, because a lot of pectins on the market are problematic because a lot of cilantro, or I'm sorry, a lot of grapefruit pectins on the market or citrus pectins on the market have fillers in them. So they're not 100% pure. A lot of them are cut with brown algae, which lowers the price because pectin is kind of expensive. So it lowers the price of it, but it reduces the effectiveness of it. So brown algae has zero benefit to your health whatsoever. It just makes the product cheaper. So the pectin, the citrus pectin in the CitraCleanse is 100% pure grapefruit pectin. So there's no cutting corners here. So if you want to learn more about the new CitraCleanse, I'm going to send you a link to it right here. Sorry, it took me a minute to find it. So I want to get to you guys' questions. So we have about 91 viewers on. Thank you so much, you guys, for sharing this time with me every week. And if you guys miss any part of this broadcast or lecture, Facebook will start this video over again as soon as I'm done talking. Might take a minute or two to upload the video, but we also upload this on our YouTube channel on youtube.com/Wendy Myers. You can find it there as well. Please subscribe, or you'll get an email as soon as any of my videos are published on there. So let's answer all of your many, many questions. So Olga, thanks for all the information that you're sharing. Thanks so much for coming. 1 second, I have to text someone. Okay, sorry about that. My daughter has an art class at 5:30. And so Haley, so is bentonite clay a binder? Yes, it is. Bentonite clay is a great binder, very, very effective. And it's something that is in a lot of combination binders, a lot of supplements that are binders that have numerous ingredients in them. I think bentonite clay is a very, very good binder. So that's a perfectly acceptable thing to use. But sometimes there's concern. There's a lot of naturally occurring aluminum in clays. That doesn't mean that aluminum gets into your body, but it's a little bit of a concern. And some people can get constipated if they take too much of the bentonite clay. So bentonite clay certainly work for some people, but not for others. But they can be a good way to as a binder in your gut. Some people put bentonite clay in their bath to try to help absorb toxins as well. But I think it's not a standalone binder. It's not something that I would use by itself, but it's something you can certainly rotate with other binders. So Emily, thanks so much for joining us. So what kind of cilantro do you take and how much? So I eat a lot of cilantro in my diet naturally. I also will take the cilantro stems and some other things that I don't eat, and I'll juice them. So I do get a lot of cilantro in my diet, but the thing is that the detox magic is in the seed of the cilantro. That's where we're really going to get a lot of the benefits from cilantro. And a lot of the cilantro supplements you see on the market are cilantro extracts. So many cilantro extracts, like the liquid ones, are extracts of the leaves, the stems, and maybe they might put some seeds in them also. But the problem with this is that the detox magic is primarily in the seed, the coriander seed, that's the cilantro seed, not so much in the leaves and the stems. So that's why I created the CitraCleanse toxin binder, because it's cilantro extract from the seeds. There's a little bit of the leaves in it also, but it's primarily from the seeds. That's what makes it different. It's extremely important to have a cilantro extract that's from the seeds, because that's really where we're going to have the maximum detox effect. So that's why I created, there's about 500 milligrams of the cilantro extract in CitraCleanse to really maximize mobilization and pulling of toxins from your tissues. So it's not going to be, you're not going to have that benefit so much just from eating cilantro leaves, which is what most people are eating. It's an extremely mild effect, and it's not really going to give you or help you to make a lot of headway in detoxification. It's extremely weak just by itself. That's why there's cilantro extract in my CitraCleanse. So next question is, so Rosalie, hi Wendy, I love your work and wisdom, and I've noticed big jugs of fulvic humic acid you can buy for gardening. So how safe is this to take for people? It seems like a cheap solution when you're on a tight budget. So I wouldn't recommend that, because the majority of fulvic acid deposits and products that are produced are for farming practices. So they're for, putting on soils for farming and, as a fertilizer and to improve output and whatnot. But the problem with that is that it's not fit for human consumption. It's not a grade that's fit for human consumption. And so the products that are fit for human consumption have been tested for bacteria that humans may not like or do well with. They've been tested for metals. They've been tested for lead levels. So you can't have any of that guarantee from a product that is made for gardening. So it's just not the same product. It's kind of the same concept of like meat that's fit for human consumption and meat that's put in dog food, for instance. It's just not the same level, not the same levels of testing, not the same levels of standards. So I personally would not do that, because fulvic and humic acid there's also within the human consumption, there's different levels of quality. There are products that have not been tested for heavy metals. There are products that are just not very good quality sources. The fulvic humic then CitraCleanse is a very pristine source in the mountains of New Mexico. It's a very, very high quality, mineral rich. It's been tested for lead. So this product does not have any lead in it whatsoever. Just, just a whole level of quality that you're not going to get in the majority of fulvic humic that is produced for farming. And actually a lot of the fulvic humic acid that's produced in the US is shipped to China, ironically enough. So you want to take a humic fulvic acid that's fit for human consumption in a supplement. So Olga, thanks for joining us. So somewhere I came across that our alpha lipoic acid has to be used with vitamin B1. And I've used it without before I came across this information. Only use B1 on and off on occasion, and I lately developed problems with my heart. My Chinese doctors told me and have given me herbal teas, and I came across the B1 by coincidence, and later on by searching heart problems, my B1 has probably already been lower. So most likely B1 is not a huge factor in, causing people to develop a heart problem. I mean, it's, unless I'm looking at your health history and looking at all the things that you're doing for your health, really hard to make a judgment call based on the information that you've given me. But, B1 is thiamine. B1 is depleted by carbohydrates. So a lot of people eating too many carbohydrates are depleting B1. And so people, definitely need more, I think, more of it in their diet. Really good idea to actually take B complexes. I'm not typically a fan of taking B1 or any other supplement by itself. It's best in a complex because Bs compete for each other. So if you take more of one, you're not going to absorb another one as effectively. So that rule doesn't apply if maybe you have a sensitivity to one or more B supplements like folate or B12. When you have issues of that nature, you'll be forced to take, these products or vitamins separately, but prefer people to take B vitamins in a complex. I love the Quicksilver Scientific liposomal B complex is really nice. But generally, when people are taking a lipoic acid, they're usually getting Bs in their diet. Your gut makes B vitamins. You get a lot of B vitamins in animal proteins and other sources as well. But if you're eating a lot of carbohydrates, you may have a B1 deficiency, but that can be rectified by taking a B complex or eating some animal proteins, some meat. So next question here. So Trudy Keys. So I have a 10 mineral complex supplement, but also wondering if Himalayan salt added to drinking water throughout a day is a good source of trace minerals. So those things are not going to be sufficient. Every little bit helps. So as far as minerals is concerned, we want to take supplements, adding minerals to our diet that's the full complex of minerals. So fulvic acid has roughly between 70 to 80 minerals in it. So it's got trace minerals and other minerals in it. It's an incredibly rich compound. And so when you're taking a supplement that has 10 minerals in it, those are usually the macro minerals like magnesium and zinc and selenium and things of those nature, that nature, which we need much more of than we get in a trace mineral compound. So for fulvic and humic acid, I think more of it as like a trace mineral compound where it's not going to meet all of your mineral needs, but it's going to meet the majority of your mineral needs. And then you could add magnesium and zinc and selenium in the amounts that you need. But with the Himalayan salt, it does have a lot of minerals in it, but Himalayan salt is 1% minerals. It's a very, very small percentage of minerals. And if you add Himalayan salt to water, it actually lowers the pH. So it actually does not have like this alkalizing effect that people think that it does. I did a very interesting podcast with Eileen Durfee that's going to be out pretty soon, probably in a few weeks, where we talk all about salt, all about hydration, and comparing all the different salts out there on the market. Incredibly interesting podcast. So I would not personally add Himalayan salt to water. I use a product called Healthy Salt, where I add that to every glass of water that I use. That's in store.myersdetox.com. That's one thing that I use because it's 25% minerals. But I also, on a daily basis, take the Citra Cleanse with the upgraded formula that has the fulvic humic acid, because not only do you get all the full spectrum of trace minerals in the fulvic humic, you get all the other benefits as well. You get the anti-inflammatory effects, you get the probiotics, the prebiotics, and you get fatty acids, and there's vitamins in it as well. It's just amino acids. It's just an incredibly nutritious supplement, which is why I included it in Citra Cleanse. So next question. So Sylvia, is cilantro best fresh or is dried just as good? So when cilantro is dried, you're going to lose a lot of the nutrients in it. So I wouldn't really count dried cilantro as, conferring a ton of health benefits to you. It's always best to eat cilantro fresh if you're able to. Sometimes people, will use dried cilantro in Mexican dishes, or they'll use it at ground cilantro or ground coriander seed. And it certainly has health benefits, but you're better off going with fresh cilantro if you're going to eat it. But the cilantro extract is a whole different animal. That's really is going to pack the detox punch is cilantro extract that's found in CitraCleanse. And so that's why I included it, because it's just really shown in the research to detox lead and mercury and barium and aluminum and so many other metals that you're not going to really be touching on that so much with, say, fresh cilantro. So the fresh cilantro has a very, very small detox impact. It helps a little bit, and every little bit helps, and you need to eat nutritious foods like cilantro in your diet. But cilantro extract is really going to fully maximize your body's detox capabilities. And so, Julie, so can you use CitraCleanse with the 14-day cleanse? Yes, you can, absolutely. With the Catalyst for Change 14-day cleanse, yeah, this is a great thing to add because it's a binder. It helps to mineralize your body, and it helps to mobilize more toxins out of your body. So every little bit helps. I mean, the 14-day cleanse is amazing. The Catalyst for Change 14-day cleanse. And we're not selling any more of those until we get it back in stock, which will be soon. We're supposed to get it. We got about 300 bottles of it in today, or yesterday actually, and we're going to be getting more by the end of the week. So it's not for sale anymore, in case any of you guys have any questions about that. Or we're curious about what I'm talking about, might be interested in it. But the CitraCleanse is something that you can definitely do at the same time, because it just adds more detox effect to the cleanse. So Julie, thanks for joining us on the podcast or on the Facebook Live. So I read that cilantro is great at grabbing heavy metals, but then drops them before they exit the body. Does your formula address this issue? Yes. So it's what's happening is that when you have a chelator, a natural chelator like cilantro that pulls metals out of your tissues, many people, and this addresses that detox mistake that a lot of people make, they don't add a binder to their detox. So it's not enough to just take natural chelators like cilantro that pull metals out of tissues. There's lots of supplements on the market that claim to detox all these different metals, and they certainly do. They pull them out of the tissues. But then if you don't have the right nutrients in place, if your liver isn't working well, if your detox pathways aren't functioning properly, and if you don't have a binder, you are going to be at a disadvantage where you might be pulling these metals out of tissues like lead and mercury, but they're just circulating around with no exit from the body. We need an exit strategy when we're detoxing. So the grapefruit pectin, the citrus pectin in Citrus Cleanse is amazing at absorbing hundreds of chemicals and dozens of heavy metals, so they don't redistribute and deposit in other places in the body. So that definitely addressing that big detox mistake that most people are making. So Melissa, thanks for joining us today. So what do you recommend for hair loss during menopause? So for hair loss, that can be caused by a lot of different metals. It can be caused by thallium. It can be caused by arsenic. It can be caused by uranium. I know when I was detoxing uranium, I had a huge spike in my uranium at one point, and a fifth of my hair fell out. And believe me, I was not happy about that. But I've had this same experience with other clients that are detoxing uranium or have very, very large amounts of uranium on their hair mineral analysis, and they have a lot of hair loss also. But the hair does grow back if it's due to uranium. But that's one cause of hair loss. Other causes can be taking too much iodine. Some people have that reaction with iodine, they start having hair loss. Other people have thyroid disorders. They have thyroid issues that are contributing to that. Other people, it's an autoimmune reaction where they start having hair loss. And it can also be, if you're vegan or vegetarian, people can have certain nutrient deficiencies that will promote hair loss. So you kind of have to go through all those different causes and tick them off and see which one is contributing to your hair loss. So also lowered estrogen production can also cause hair loss as well, which is that happens during menopause. We lower our estrogen production. So lots of different causes. So not a simple answer for you. I'm so sorry. So it's more about not what can you do to grow hair back. It's what can you do to figure out what the cause of your hair loss is and stop that from happening. So Rosalie, so what about diatomaceous earth for a binder? So I don't like diatomaceous earth for a binder. And so it does work as a binder. It does absorb toxins. It does kill parasites in your gut. Why does it kill parasites in your gut? It's because these are kind of ground up fossils, essentially, and they're very, very sharp. If you look at diatomaceous earth under a microscope, have these sharp barbs in it. And the issue with that is if you have leaky gut, which a lot of people have, many people don't know that they have it, those sharp barbs will then get into your bloodstream and cut up your veins and arteries. So that's the absolute last thing that we want. We don't want damage to our veins and arteries caused by diatomaceous earth. And so that's why I don't recommend it. There's just better ways to go about detoxing your body. There's safer ways. There's a lot of different ways you can detox your body. Some not that effective, some are dangerous. We want to do a slow, safe detoxification and avoid common detox mistakes, which is what this Facebook Live is about. So that's one of them, avoid diatomaceous earth. So Marianne, so thanks for joining us. So hi, Wendy, thanks for all that you do. I learned so much from you. Can you please tell me if any forms of zeolite, such as the nanoforms, bind thallium and cesium? I know that your silica will bind these two metals. Thanks. So zeolites do not bind thallium and cesium. Zeolites are shown to detox all different kinds of metals. Zeolites will detox, mercury and lead and uranium and mold mycotoxins, volatile organic compounds, chemicals, a lot of different wonderful things that zeolite will detox very effectively. Even within zeolites, you can't just say the word zeolite. There's a vast array of quality when it comes to zeolites. Some zeolites have not been cleaned. They haven't been washed. They're garbage, very, very low quality. And then there's other zeolites that are just pharmaceutical grade, that have been triple washed, that are just really, really very safe, amazing products. My favorite one is Cyto Detox. That's a zeolite that I recommend to clients because I 100% trust that brand, and it's a pharmaceutical grade zeolite that's in a liposome, so that it makes it even more effective. And they've made it like really small particle size, so it has even better detox effect. So that's one that I recommend. But no, unfortunately, it does not get thallium and cesium. So the next thing I want to talk about are with Tracy. So any updates on the Catalyst for Change orders will be going out. So yes, I know a lot of you guys have questions about the Catalyst for Change detox. We have been so frustrated with the maker of the Catalyst for Change products, the Catalyst Foundation, Candida RX. We just yesterday, we got a partial shipment of what we needed to fulfill orders for the Catalyst for Change Foundation kit, or Catalyst for Change kit, 14-day cleanse. And we have been told that we will be getting the remainder of the product to fulfill the rest of the orders by the end of this week. If we do not have shipment of all the product to fulfill all of the orders by May 18th, we're doing refunds for everyone. So that's how we felt kind of best to handle the situation, because we keep being told that we're being sent the Catalyst for Change 14-day cleanse products, and we keep telling you guys we're getting them because we're being told we're getting them, and then we got a shipment and it was just a partial shipment. So we are incredibly frustrated with this manufacturer, and unfortunately we probably are not going to be offering the Catalyst for Change cleanse going forward after this experience with them. So my apologies. It's coming, and if it's not you'll be getting a refund on May 18th. So that's what we've decided to do. And so you'll be getting an email as soon as soon as your order ships. You'll get an email that it's going out. So Susan Myers, my sister. So how many servings in each bottle? So with the Catalyst for Change cleanse, with the Citra Cleanse toxin binder, there's 30 servings in each bottle. So each scoop is a 5-gram scoop that you take once per day. So this is a 30-day supply here. And so you can put it in water, you can put it in juice, you can put it in smoothies. I've been taking it every single morning, and it's just amazing that it really hits on all the 3 detox issues that we need to be addressing to properly detox our body. It binds toxins and heavy metals, it mobilizes them out of tissues and storage sites, and it helps to mineralize your body. So just really amazing product, because when I'm working with clients individually, I have one product to do this, and I have one supplement that does this, and I have one product that does that. And I'm trying to come up with combination products. I've been trying to visualize, what is it that I want to take? What kind of products do I want to take to make detoxification easier, simpler, less expensive, less time consuming, less of a commitment? Because I'm just like you guys. I work full time. I work more than full time. I work 60, 80 hours some weeks. And I'm a single mom. I'm very, very busy, and I try to fit in my detox as much as I can, but sometimes the time just gets away from me. I have other priorities. So with Citra Cleanse, I designed this because I want to take something that's simple and effective. This takes 30 seconds a day to do. So you can be doing your detox and staying compliant with it, doing something on a daily basis that's really easy and yet super, super effective. It's hitting on all these points that need to be addressed to detox effectively. So the next question, Emily Harrell. So I have a CBS and MTRR mutations and was told by a geneticist to avoid glutathione or any precursors to glutathione like NAC, but other doctors have recommended glutathione regardless of my genetics. So I'm confused. So can you please share your opinion on this? So here's the thing. The detox genetics can be confusing. So the genetics, it's not as simple as, oh, I have this mutation, I should be taking this, or I have this mutation, I should be avoiding this. It's not 100% black and white like that. It's more about how genes interact with each other. And so you can have some genetic mutations, and this part of your detox pathway can be stuffed up, or you can have a mutation here, and this part of your detox pathway can be not working properly. So it can be a little bit complex to explain, but it's not that simple. What's really you should be listening to is, if you take glutathione and you feel okay, it's probably working for you. It's probably okay. If you take glutathione and you feel terrible after you take it, you need to avoid it, because that's not going to work for you. So I'd have to look at your genetics, and I'd have to know a little bit more about your health history to be able to, really give you 100% concrete answer about that. But all I can say is the detox genetics are not as simple as they seem. It's not black and white, and you can't exclude or include a supplement based solely on knowing 1 or 2 mutations. I need more information than that. So Diane Parkes, so thanks for joining us. So how many portions are in each Citra Cleanse container? So this has a 30-day supply. So there's 30 servings of this in the Citra Cleanse package. And so Julie, so how do you tell if your detox pathways are optimal, especially if you have MTHFR issues? I'm going to be maybe steering away from the genetics answers, because it's very, very complex, and it's just beyond the scope of our Facebook Live. So I'm so sorry. But so Diane, can you put a link to seeing the whole label of Citra Cleanse? Yes. So the Citra Cleanse is going to be in our store.myersdetox.com. And so one of the moderators, can you put a link to the direct store item for the ingredients list? I mean, it's very, very simple. There's 4 grams of citrus pectin, grapefruit pectin. There's 500 milligrams of cilantro extract and 500 milligrams of fulvic humic acid. And so that's pretty much it. There's nothing else in here. There's no fillers. There's no excipients. There's no corn. There's no soy. There's no dairy. There's no allergens. I was very, very clear about. There's no magnesium stearate. There's no garbage in here. This is what I would take myself. And I'm a supplement snob. I'm super, super picky about supplements. And so this is what I take every day and what I recommend to my clients. So I'm going to put a link here to CitraCleanse if you guys want to learn more about the upgraded formula that we have for CitraCleanse. And let's see, 1 second, you guys. I have to do one thing. I'm so sorry. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Did you take Winter to our art class? Okay, great. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I did make sure my daughter got to her art class. Okay, so busy working mom here, as you can see. You guys can relate, I'm sure. Okay, so so how about one of the moderators? We put the link to CitraCleanse in the store. And I'll just grab that for you guys really quick right now. So so this is the store item here that I'll get for you guys. So you can look at the ingredients label here. There you go. And so next questions here. So Tracy, so how soon after the Catalyst for Change cleanse do you recommend a hair mineral analysis to be run? So you can do a hair mineral analysis at any time. So the Catalyst for Change cleanse, which uses Catalyst Foundation and Candida RX, those are really going to help to kill off a lot of pathogens and parasites and viruses and things of that nature. So you can really run a hair mineral analysis at any time. It's great to get a baseline hair mineral analysis to kind of see where you're at, see what metals you have, mineral deficiencies that you have, because then you'll know kind of what minerals you need to take, what minerals you need to focus on to balance your minerals, what metals you have, so you know what, you'll find out what supplements that you need to take to detox the specific metals that you have in your body. But there's some people that really don't have like the funds for testing, or maybe you're just not ready to do testing. CitraCleanse is something that I created to do a very comprehensive, very effective, very simple detox for people that just want to get started right away in detoxing their body, removing metals and chemicals, dozens of metals, hundreds of chemicals, because not everyone has time to do testing or time or money to follow a complex protocol, but they want to be doing something proactive to remove metals and chemicals from their bodies. So that's why I created this, just for so many people that out there that aren't able to do our programs or work with a practitioner, do all this stuff that can get very complicated and expensive. I wanted to provide a very easy 3-in-1, super easy 30-second detox solution that you guys can do every single day. So the next question. So Susan, so I'm excited about your new product. I am too. It's finally here. It's been 8 months in the making. And it just took a while to develop it and just get it just right, have all the ingredients that I want in it to solve all of the different detox mistakes that people make. So Susan, it sounds like it will allow us to streamline our binders from 3 separate supplements, cilantro, citrus pectin, and fulvic humic acid, into one. Love it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to create a product that was a very simple all-in-one solution so that you don't have to take 3 different products, because I've been working with clients for almost, for years and years and years. I've worked with thousands of clients, and one of the biggest issues I had was all the different products I had to take. I had to take this for digestion, and this for the binder, and this for the minerals, and this for detoxification, and it can get difficult to be compliant. It gets expensive, and I want to be able to always really thought about combining as many ingredients that were needed on a detox program into one product. And so that's why this is our very first flagship product. That's the upgraded formula of CitraCleanse that helps people to take fewer supplements and solves a lot of the detox mistakes that people make. So I'm super, super, super excited about this because I've been a patient myself where I worked with a practitioner and did a hair mineral analysis and bought a big bag of supplements and took all of everything, was very, very compliant, but it was very expensive and it was time consuming and it was difficult to follow. And I was very, very dedicated, but I thought, God, there's got to be a way to have a lot of these, all these things that I'm taking. Why can't they just be combined into one thing that I can take? And so I've had a lot of time to think about this and spent 8 months developing this product and sourcing the best ingredients for this. So I'm excited that it's finally here and will help you guys more effectively detox. So next question. So Kathleen, so is there any preparation you need to do before taking CitraCleanse? So how much, how often, and when should you take it? So there's no prep that you have to do. So CitraCleanse is all natural. It contains a binder, it contains minerals, and it contains a very natural, safe chelator, the cilantro extract. And so there's nothing you really have to do to prep or do a pre-tox in order to take this, because it solves a lot of the different problems that people encounter when trying to do a detox and not doing it correctly. So you can just try it and just see how you do. And so you take 1 scoop a day. You can take that 1 5-gram scoop in water. You can put it in juice if you want to, if you don't like the taste so much, or you can put it in your smoothies also as well. And so those are the different ways that you can take it. You can take up to 3 scoops per day as well. Some people that are feeling super toxic, or maybe they're doing detox and they're doing infrared saunas or taking other supplements and might feel like they're having detox symptoms. You can take up to 3 scoops per day, because the more binder you take, the more toxins you absorb and the less detox symptoms that people experience. So that's why it's really important to take a binder if you're trying to do any type of detox or do any type of detox protocol, like detox programs or chelators or infrared saunas. Binders help to reduce detox symptoms. That's why they're really crucial in making your detox more comfortable. So you want to take 1 to 3 scoops every day. And like I said, this is a 30-day supply. So 1 scoop a day is a 30-day supply. So next question. So Olga, so thank you. I came across the fact that sugar depletes B1. So yeah, sugar or refined grains, carbohydrates, all those deplete B1. And sugar is the only addiction I have. I try to stay off it. I suspect candida, as I had problems with my feet most of my life, and I've noticed my heart starts racing after I eat sugar. Yes, so when you eat sugar, this is a 911 emergency if you eat a lot of sugar that your body, your liver has to deal with. So when you have a lot of sugar in your system, your insulin levels spike, and then your cortisol levels spike also, and that causes the rapid heartbeat. So that's what's going on there. And then you deplete B1, the thiamine, and other B vitamins. So eating a lot of sugar or a lot of carbohydrates, alcohol, all these things deplete B1, and that can also contribute to insulin resistance as well. So, with people that have sugar cravings, there's a lot of different things going on. People can have candida infections because candida infections send out these chemical messengers that make you want to feed them and make you want to eat sugar to feed them. But also mineralizing your body can go a long way to reducing cravings. So many times people think they're eating because they're weak or they have poor willpower, or they just, a lot of times people blame themselves. But if you have nutrient deficiencies, your body is going to make you eat. It's going to make you eat until you get the nutrients that your body needs. So many times sugar cravings can be simple mineral deficiencies. It can be simple dehydration, minerals of which solve both of those problems, because mineralizing your body helps to retain water that you are drinking. I have salts that I put in my water. I put this substance called healthy salt in my water. I put a pinch in every single glass of water that I drink, and it helps to retain the water. I urinate much less because of the healthy salt. And you have to mineralize your body to reduce cravings as well. So that's why I love the fulvic and humic acid in the Citra Cleanse, because it contributes to mineralizing your body, which helps detox, hydration, and just helps your body work better in so many different ways. It reduces stress levels. It improves sleep. It's amazing what happens to the nervous system when you're getting adequate mineral supplementation. It's just unbelievable. My clients are all shocked. They think I'm a genius when they start my program, my Myers Detox Protocol program, and they're feeling so much better. A lot of it is the minerals, because minerals make your body work. You cannot expect to have good health unless you have proper minerals in your body. And it can take time to replete minerals in your body, because the minerals are missing from the soils, or missing from the food. Stress, EMF, or all the wireless radiation we're dealing with, all of that depletes minerals. So we're just really at a disadvantage today with our food supply and our lifestyle as far as minerals is concerned. So you have to be actively thinking about where you are getting your minerals all day long. You really have to. And so the fulvic humic acid in Citra Cleanse is a great way to add minerals to your diet. And so, Michelle, do you have a detox program before you take this product? No, you don't have to do any kind of preparation to take this product. It's an all-in-one detox solution. It's a 3-in-1. It helps to bind, it helps to mobilize toxins, and it helps to mineralize your body. And so there's nothing you have to do to prep for it. Everything you need is in Citra Cleanse to detox. So don't have to worry about that. So Denise, hi Wendy, I'm glad I was able to get the Catalyst for Change. Great product. Maybe the company was not ready for the onslaught of orders. Yeah, I don't think they were. We weren't either, to be perfectly honest with you. We in January we had a few hundred bottles of the Catalyst for Change cleanse, and hey, let's do an email about it and a video, and we ended up selling 800 of them, and then we got another, we managed to get enough product to cover all those orders. And we got another big order. Once the company managed to make some more product for us, we ordered everything that they had, and then did another promotion for the Catalyst for Change cleanse. And it just did way better than we expected. And so unfortunately, we were stuck with not being able to get the product to meet the demand. And the supplier, the manufacturer also was not, but unfortunately it's taking a lot longer than we had hoped to get the second order to fulfill everyone's purchase of the Catalyst for Change cleanse. So we are so sorry about that. That won't happen with Citra Cleanse. We have thousands and thousands of bottles. So no chance of that happening. As soon as you order, it's going to be shipped out the same day or the next day. You'll get it very, very quickly. But with the Catalyst for Change cleanse, that's not our product that we manufacture. That's someone else's. And I just wanted to talk about it because I just love it. I use it myself on an almost daily basis. I've been taking it for quite some time, and I love it. And I wanted to, things that I discover that work really, really well, I want to educate you guys about those things. And so, but sometimes some companies have amazing products, but they're not very organized, or they have, certain internal issues that prevent them from, getting the word out and being more successful, even though they have an amazing product and amazing discovery like the Catalyst for Change supplements in that kit. So I'm glad that you got your order, and anyone else who ordered that. They're coming. Like I said, we had 300 kits rather show up yesterday. We're shipping those out as we speak. And when we get more, we're going to ship out the rest of them or give you a refund May 18th. So next question here. So Estefania, if someone has cancer, can this be something to take? So I personally believe that people who have active cancer do need to detox. I mean, we know that toxins and metals and chemicals contribute to cancer development. So yes, someone with cancer can take CitraCleanse. It's all natural. It's grapefruit pectin. It is cilantro extract and fulvic humic. None of these are contraindicated with any type of cancer, so it's perfectly safe to take. So Julie, so does your formula assist with moving lymph? So what are the best ways to move and clear the lymph system? So the thing with CitraCleanse, it's not going to help move lymph so much. Lymph is something that, you really need to get moving by physical movement. So rebounding, walking, dry brushing your skin helps move the lymphatic fluid through your tissues. So moving the lymph is really mostly about movement. So even going on a 10 or 20 minute walk, just getting your body moving, even sitting in the sun helps start increasing your circulation. Getting into an infrared sauna helps increasing circulation, even though it's passive. That's why I like the infrared sauna, because it heats you up. So you kind of have this passive workout almost, and you get increases your circulation, even though you're just sitting there. So those are the best ways to start moving your lymph. And so as far as that's just what I would have to say on that, is doing dry brushing, walking, rebounding. So let me just take a drink of water here. So Julie, so do you take CitraCleanse constantly, or is it something you take a break from occasionally? So you can take the CitraCleanse on a consistent basis. You can take it on a daily basis, probably for months. With anything that you do want to take a break from it periodically. We don't want to do detox where we're pushing like every single day and pushing our body to the max. Sometimes we do want to give it a break, but you can take CitraCleanse for a period of a few months and maybe take a month off. People tend to take natural breaks. People tend to stop supplements if they don't feel well, or if they're sick, or if they go on vacation. So that typically provides people with the natural breaks that they should, be doing. But you want to listen to your body no matter what. If you're taking CitraCleanse or any other supplement and you're starting to not feel well, or you feel maybe you're having a reaction to it, some people might be sensitive to the cilantro or citrus that's in the grapefruit pectin. If that's the case and you want to stop it and give yourself a break for a little while, try it again, see if maybe that it's this product or maybe another product that you're reacting to. And no matter what product you have, every supplement on the market, someone's going to have some type of reaction to it or sensitivity to it. So you just have to listen to your body first and foremost. And if you, stop it if you have any type of reaction or GI issue, and then email our support if there's any problem in that regard, or you have questions, support@myersdetox.com. But if you don't have that, you just want to take a break occasionally, I definitely recommend, taking it for about 3-month period and then taking a month off, 3 months on, 1 month off. So that'd be what I'd recommend. So Kathleen, so what is the best way to remove silicone from breast tissues left behind after implant removal? Will CitraCleanse help with that? It can. So one of the best ways to remove silicone from breast tissues is with calcium glucarate. That's something that's shown to help remove silicone. I had another supplement that I can't remember offhand, because I was obviously, researching this when I had my breast implants taken out. Let me just see if I can find it in my notes really quick. Usually I can find this stuff really, really quickly because I'm very organized with my notes. Yeah, it's not coming up as quickly as I would like, but there is another supplement that I know helps to remove the silicone and help flush it out of your tissues. If you want to email support@myersdetox.com, I'll find that for you. It'll take me like 2 seconds. But I know calcium deglucarate is helpful. But CitraCleanse is it can be helpful with absorbing toxins that are in breast implants. So it's not just silicone that's a problem with breast implants. There's metals, there's chemicals, there's plastics, and other things that are a concern in breast implants. So different makers have their own set of problems in the implants. So the CitraCleanse, the cilantro, and the citrus pectin in this can help with that. I can't make any guarantees because I don't know what exact toxins you have, but the grapefruit pectin helps absorb, hundreds of chemicals, dozens of metals. It's shown that in the research. So it's a good starting point, definitely for detoxification. But there's definitely other things that you need to do as well. So Jolene, can you please talk about detox after safe amalgam removal? Yes. So, even if you're doing safe amalgam removal with a biological dentist, you still, there's still going to be mercury in your body from years of biting down on it and exposure. And it's not just mercury that's in them. There's also cadmium, aluminum, silver. There's lots of different metals in that amalgam. It's an amalgam of different metals. And so you want to be thinking about detoxing your body of all those metals that are in your tissues. So again, you want to go back to the 3 rules of detox, or avoiding detox mistakes, by taking a binder, taking something that mobilizes these heavy metals that are deeply embedded in your tissues and pulls them out, and mineralizing your body as well to help your body work better, detox better, and displace metals out of enzyme binding sites in the body. And so a CitraCleanse is a great way to be, thinking of a post-detox after safe mercury amalgam removal. But there's lots of amazing detox supplements on the market that remove mercury, but the cilantro and the grapefruit pectin in this are shown in the research to remove mercury as well. So it's a very good choice for that. So Marilyn, thanks for joining us. So do you have to take CitraCleanse forever, or can you just take it for 2 to 3 months and be detoxed? So, unfortunately, detox is a lifestyle. And we're never completely detoxed because we're exposed every day to hundreds of chemicals and metals. It's just a fact of modern life. Every bite of food you have usually has metals in it. Every breath of air has metals. It's shocking. It's impossible to avoid. When you take a shower, there's metals and toxins in that. If your water's not properly filtered, there's toxins. It's just a little bit depressing when you think about it. But there's a lot you can do to control your environment, control the influx of toxins, and remove toxins from your body. So you're not going to be detoxed in 2 to 3 months taking CitraCleanse. Taking CitraCleanse is going to go a long way to removing a lot of toxins in your body safely and properly, where you're hitting the 3 kind of, important aspects of detoxification. So 2 to 3 months, you make a lot of headway in removing toxins, but you have to be thinking about a daily detox strategy, something you're doing, numerous things you're doing on a consistent basis to purge these toxins from your body. We have lots of exciting things coming down the pipeline. We have other supplements coming out over the course of the rest of this year that I'll be talking about in future Facebook Lives that help you guys to detox your body safely, easily, and with maximum effectiveness with the highest quality ingredients. That's my goal, is to help bring detoxification to the masses. So it's not this complicated, expensive protocol that's complex, that's hard to do. I want to have simple, effective solutions for you guys. And so you have to think about detoxification as a lifestyle, not something you're doing for 1 month out of the year. So Marilyn, so the next question is, so Sonia, so will this make me feel terrible, increase pain and migraines, and should I do a detox first? So everyone is different, okay? So when some people that have tried detoxes and don't feel well, it could have been because they're making one of these detox mistakes. They're either not mineralizing their body, they're not taking a binder. And so those are the two most common things. So usually when people are getting migraines and headaches and detox symptoms, that's because they're not taking a binder. So super, super important to take a binder to dramatically reduce detox symptoms like that. You don't have to do a detox first or do any kind of preparation before taking CitraCleanse. This is kind of an all-in-one detox solution, and that's how I designed it to be used just as a standalone product on its own. It's a 3-in-1 detox solution. So if you don't feel well, like say you've done detoxes before and you don't feel well, or it's one of those things where you may need to work with a practitioner to figure out exactly what's going on with you and to help guide you on some of the detox pitfalls people can encounter when attempting to do a detox. Because the more ill someone is, the more compromised their health is, compromised detox pathways, the more ill someone becomes, or multiple health diagnoses, you're going to have to work with a practitioner typically in order to detox safely and effectively and while being able to function. So there's a lot of different factors that can go into that. And you have to work with a trained professional that knows about detoxification to be able to, kind of sidestep all those pitfalls that can happen with some people. So we have practitioners on staff here. I still take clients on occasion. I just opened up working with 10 extra clients. So if you're interested, you can post your email and one of our moderators will reach out to you if you want to work with me or one of our practitioners to detox. Let's see. So Vic, can you please tell us what's in CitraCleanse? So CitraCleanse contains citrus pectin, specifically from grapefruits. It contains cilantro extract, and it contains fulvic humic acid. So 500 milligrams of fulvic humic, 500 milligrams of cilantro extract, and 4,000 milligrams of grapefruit pectin or citrus pectin. And also there's links here in the comments where you can find out more about CitraCleanse, more about the benefits and things like that. And this video will start over as soon as we're done here, as soon as we're done talking, answering questions. You can watch this video again from the beginning. We talked about a lot of different things. We talked about, the 3 detox mistakes that most people make. We talk about why you need a binder when you're doing any type of detox. We talked about why you need to use mobilizers to pull metals out of your tissues, because binders don't do that. They just mop up everything that's in your gut and your bloodstream. Why you have to use minerals to detox your body, and how to detox properly, essentially. So that's what we talked about and covered on this Facebook Live. And so Trudy, so I've been using your old MCP and love it. So excited to try the new one. I often take it before bed on an empty stomach. Is there a better time, morning or night? So you can take the CitraCleanse at any time. It doesn't matter. You usually want to take it about 30 minutes away from food, ideally. And so it's just so that it maximally works and you absorb it maximally. We don't want it competing with food. You also don't want to take those medications. We don't want the medications being absorbed by the pectin in this. So But you can take it at any time that fits your schedule, morning, noon, or night. Just don't take it with a meal. So Sonia, what if you have liver congestion and don't do well with detox? So if you have liver congestion, you probably want to try some coffee enemas or some liver support supplements to enhance liver function. But even if you don't have very good liver function, the great thing about binders is binders help to absorb toxins in your gut, in your bile, in your bloodstream. Not all binders go in your bloodstream, but the pectin helps to absorb all of these different toxins so that you bypass the liver. So the liver doesn't have to process them, and then you just urinate them out through the kidneys. So people that have compromised liver function tend to do really well with citrus pectins. So if you don't do well with detox, it just depends on, you may have not been doing it correctly. You may have genetic issues. I don't really know what the issue is. You can try CitraCleanse, see if it works for you. But if you've tried different things and they haven't worked, you probably need to work with a practitioner to figure out what the problem is exactly so that you can work around that. So that's the best advice I can give you with the limited knowledge I have about your situation. So Julie, so what does CitraCleanse taste like? So it tastes a little bit like cilantro, and it has a little bit of a bitter taste. That's why if you don't like that, I recommend mixing it in some juice, mixing it in your smoothie in the morning. That's a great alternative also. But you can take it just in water if you like. I like taking it with some water and some lemon juice and a little bit of stevia. I love that. And so that's kind of what it tastes like. It's a little bit bitter. But if you don't like that, there's ways around that. Like I said, I put a little bit of stevia and some lemon in my water and take it that way. So Jessica, bad to take while nursing. So generally you want to avoid doing detoxification when you're nursing. But with CitraCleanse, because it has the binder in it, it's typically going to be safe for nursing because you have the fulvic humic acid, which is incredibly nutritious. The cilantro is a very mild toxin binder or toxin chelator, where it's grabbing metals out of your tissues. But whatever it does grab is going to be absorbed by the pectin. So while most detoxes you don't want to do while you're nursing, CitraCleanse is safe for that because of the binders. The majority of this is a binder absorbing metals and chemicals. So I would feel safe taking this while I was nursing personally. So Susan, I just checked out the healthy salt. It's expensive. So how long does it typically last for you? So I know it is expensive, but you need the tiniest little amount. Like it's literally 1/16 of a teaspoon in a glass of water. I have been using this for 6 months and it still looks brand new. I'm sure this could last you for well over a year. I literally see this lasting me for 2 years. I'm just surprised at how it's just not budging. When I'm using it on every single glass of water and it still just is not really making a dent in the product at all. So I know it seems expensive, but it lasts you a really, really, really long time. And this is something that's 25% minerals, where Himalayan salts only, or sea salts, are 1% minerals. So this is what you want to be putting in your water to add minerals. But even that's not enough. You need so many minerals in your body. You need them in your food. I put it in my water, and I also get it with the fulvic humic acid and CitraCleanse. We're so depleted. You have to have a few different strategies and a few different sources of minerals. I also take Oceans Alive. That's very, very mineral rich also. But the fulvic humic acid, the minerals in that, it has the same exact mineral composition as the ocean. So it perfectly matches our body chemistry. It's just amazing the mineralizing effect you get with the fulvic humic acid in the CitraCleanse, which is why I designed it that way. So let's see. So Barbara, where can we find the healthy salt and how much is it? So Let me just get a link for you guys that I will give to you in the lecture right now. Of course, I'm gonna have to like search for it for a second. But I love the healthy salt, and it's something that it has clearly has some sulfur in it as well. So if you don't do well with sulfur, the healthy salt may not be the best thing for you. But again, it's one of those things you can just try it. So here's the healthy salt there, and so it's just another way that I mineralize my body, and I love it. And again, I'm doing a podcast with Eileen Durfee about salt. That's coming out pretty soon. Just keep your eyes glued to the newsletter and you'll get an email when that podcast comes out. So the healthy salt, I believe it's $75. So it sounds exorbitant, but like I said, this literally is well over a year's supply. I've been using this for, I think 6 months. Months and months and months, and it haven't even made a dent in it. It looks almost the same as when I first bought it. So it could be almost a 2-year supply. So anyways, so Olga, so I've used selenomethionine along with modified citrus pectin, and it was mentioned by someone talking about detoxing with vitamin C. They said that it would bind mercury, and I noticed my headaches disappeared after taking more of the selenium. I take 600 micrograms when I'm detoxing intensely. So selenium is, the selenium is something that you want to be careful with. So you don't want to be taking too much selenium because it can become toxic. And so for me, I prefer the form of selenium that it's called S-E-methyl selenocysteine. So that's the form that I've seen really move the needle for people, that's raised people's selenium levels. And I personally believe that's the best form. And I recommend the Life Extension S-E-methyl selenocysteine, best form of selenium on the market. You don't want to take more than 200 micrograms of that per day. Unless you're severely deficient, then sometimes I'll recommend people take 400 micrograms a day for a very limited time. But if you're doing 600 micrograms on occasion, that might be okay, but I'd be very, very careful not doing that too much. So Julie, does CitraCleanse remove heavy metals out of the brain, particularly mercury? Yes, it does. So the cilantro extract in it does remove mercury from the body. The fulvic humic acids in it do cross the blood-brain barrier to pull mercury out of the fat tissue in the brain. So yes, it does work in that way very, very well. Guys, I'm so sorry. I am losing my voice. And so I've been on here for about an hour and 20 minutes. So I've got to sign off here, but we will answer your questions in the comments. The moderators will answer your questions. So I'm so sorry. There's a handful of questions I didn't get to, but I have to cut it out short at some time because I'm losing my voice. So thank you so much for joining me today on this Facebook Live. I'm so honored every day to be doing what I love, to educate you guys about the importance of detoxification and how to do it properly. I'm here to serve you and to help you kind of figure out those missing pieces of the puzzle that, in your health regime, in your health journey, and help you kind of learn some different things to help you on your detoxification journey also. So thanks so much for joining me, and I'll be talking to you guys very soon. We do these Facebook Lives every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes I'll sneak in an extra Facebook Live on Fridays as well about certain hot topics that come up that I'm really passionate about. So thanks for joining me, and I'll be talking to you very soon. If you missed any part of this broadcast, Facebook is going to start the broadcast over again. If you go to facebook.com/Myers Detox, The video will be posted there very, very soon. It'll be posted on YouTube, usually by the end of the day. Today we'll post it on YouTube where you can watch it over and over and over. And we'll also send you a replay link in the newsletter. And if you join the Myers Detox newsletter as well. So thanks so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you guys very, very soon.